All new at 5 tonight, a Northwest Arkansas man is being honored as a hero after his service in the Air Force.
Before he is laid to rest at the Arlington National Cemetary, he was honored in Eureka Springs, where he spent his final years. KNWA's Clarissa Bustamante takes us inside the memorial and shows us the incredible legacy he's leaving behind.
He's a true hero of the United States, an American hero.
He was my boss, and I thought a doggone good one. I'll always remember I salute him.
Inside First Presbyterian Church in Eureka Springs, a room full of people preparing to say goodbye to Colonel Billy Batson.
He served in the Vietnam War. He flew 150 combat and combat support missions. He's also spent a year on the ground with the Army.
He was a Fort Smith native, a Fayetteville resident, and extremely active in the Eureka Springs community.
He's pretty well known in these parts here.
Graduating from the ROTC program at the University of Arkansas, he went on to the Air Force in 1956. Colonel Billy Batson being honored for not only his life and service here in Northwest Arkansas, but his quick thinking that some say prevented us from going to World War III. Batson's son, Joe, pointing to an article by the Omaha World Herald detailing the moments it appeared Soviet missiles were headed toward major cities and military bases in the U.S.
I guess you'd have to say probably his biggest accomplishment was he was manning the SAC Strategic Command Post in Omaha underground and diverted a nuclear war by his cool thinking, I guess.
There was such a tense time in history that there was always missiles pointed between Russia and ourselves, and so there was always a finger close to that button.
Batson was also revered for his efforts in the Iranian rescue attempt.
They did return those 52 hostages from the United States, and they got to come back, and so and Bill was a part of that.
I was given a task which turned out to be a mission of the Iranian rescue attempt. And it was almost an impossible mission, air refueling mission, and I needed some help. And I didn't know where to go get it, but go back home and talk to my boss, Colonel Batson.
Larry Bonham served in the Air Force for 26 years and stood by Batson's side during his time in Strategic Air Command in the Tanker Division.
He was very supportive and said he'd have my back, and let's get it done.
Joe Batson hoping his father's legacy lives on after he's buried in the Arlington National Cemetery.
He was a wonderful man.
In Eureka Springs, Clarissa Bustamante, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.